Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday. We got 9 matchups on this NHL slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NHL player props, you already know, go and check out ParlayPlay in the link below. Get 5 free entries. Use them on this slate. Get some potential wins, which would be super awesome. And yeah, we'll hop in here. 9 matchups as we close out this weekend. Starting with the Detroit Red Wings versus the Ottawa Senators. Ottawa opening up as home favorites at -150. Detroit +130 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head, Ottawa 6-3-1. The over sit in 4 out of the last 9 matchups. Detroit does have one player questionable. No injuries for Ottawa. Detroit just 2-8 in their last 10. Coming off a 5-2 Ottawa loss. Ottawa 3-7 in their last 10. Looked really good against Detroit 2 days ago. Detroit 1-7 on the road. 1-4 against Ottawa. Tough to trust this Detroit team on a 5-game losing streak. 3 of those games they didn't cover on the puck line as an underdog. Yeah, I gotta lean with Ottawa here. I mean, it's not like they're playing that amazing or anything, but they did just beat Detroit 5-2. Their last 2 losses they covered on the puck line, and I like Ottawa to run it back here against this struggling Detroit team that's been struggling to score. Yeah, not in love with this matchup here, but I think Ottawa does it again at home. Next matchup, we have the Florida Panthers versus the Buffalo Sabres. Florida opening up as big road favorites at -280. Buffalo +230 with the over-under at 7. The last 10 head-to-head, Florida 6-3-1. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 8 matchups. I do see Florida missing 2 players in this matchup. Buffalo does have 1 player questionable. Florida coming off that. I don't know if you guys watched that Florida game yesterday. I mean, that's the craziest game I've ever seen. They were down 6-2 in the third. Came back and won 7-6 in overtime. I mean, oh my God, what a performance. That was crazy. Yeah, Florida on a 3-game winning streak, playing pretty good. Buffalo 6-4 in their last 10, coming off a Nashville win. Florida, yeah, got a couple players out today. We're going to see how much that does affect them against this Buffalo team. They are 10-4 against Buffalo, 4-1 on the road. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 6 games in Buffalo, with an over-under at 7. I mean, they're anticipating a high-scoring game here. Gotta lean with Florida here. Be sure to maybe check Florida's injury report up until game time. Luckily, it is a 1 p.m. game. If they do hold some more players out, I think Buffalo's an intriguing play, but still hard to trust them. I know Florida's coming off a back-to-back here, but hard to trust Buffalo on any given day. But we're going to roll with Florida here. Just be cautious with that. I think the over is an intriguing play as well. Next matchup, we have the New York Islanders versus the New Jersey Devils. Islanders opening up as road favorites with the over at -145. The Devils +125 with the over-under at 5.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Islanders 7-3-0. The overs hit in 3 out of the last 10 matchups. You do see the Islanders do have a couple players questionable. Same with the Devils. Islanders on a 3-game winning streak. Devils just 3-7 in their last 10. Coming off that embarrassing loss to Florida. Game they were up, that I just talked about, up 6-2, and they blow that game. Crazy how bad New Jersey is and how bad they gave up that last game on a 2-game losing streak here. I don't want any part of the Devils, especially what I saw from yesterday. Give me the Islanders on the road. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Coyotes versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago opening up as home favorites at -200. Arizona plus 170 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head, Arizona 6-3-1. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. No major injuries here. Arizona 3-7 in their last 10. Yeah, coming off a 5-0 loss against Anaheim. Chicago on a 4-game losing streak, 3-7 in their last 10. Both teams playing horrible hockey. Arizona 1-4 on the road. The overs hit in 4 out of their last 5 games for Chicago. So the overs are an intriguing play with two bad teams here. I gotta take Arizona plus 1.5 on the road. I just don't trust either team here. And to lay minus 200 on Chicago, that just seems way too risky for me. Even if they do end up winning, that's just a lot of risk for this Chicago team. Give me Arizona plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Wild versus the Washington Capitals. Washington opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Minnesota plus 110 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head, Washington's 8-1-1. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 9 matchups. I do see Minnesota does have 2 players questionable. Washington has 1 player questionable. Minnesota 8-2 in their last 10. Coming off a nice Carolina win. Washington 6-4 in their last 10. Coming off a 6-1 loss against Carolina. Yeah, Minnesota's playing good hockey. I know they haven't been the best head-to-head team against Washington. Both teams playing good. Minnesota playing a little bit better, I think, here. I'm going to take a shot. Minnesota plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Flyers versus the New York Rangers. Rangers opening up as big home favorites at minus 300. Philly plus 250 with the over-under at 6. The last 3 head-to-head, the Rangers are 3-0. The over just 0-3 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. Philly does have a couple players questionable. Rangers does have 1 player questionable here. Philly on a 4-game losing streak. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Rangers coming off that 3-0 loss against the Islanders here. But Philly 1-16 on the road. Probably the worst road team in hockey. It's about as bad as it gets here. Really hard to trust Philly. I think it's a great bounce back spot for the Rangers at home against a struggling road team. Rolling with New York. Next matchup, we have the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Vancouver Canucks. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head, Vegas 6-3-1. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Yeah, Vegas does have some players questionable here. Same with Vancouver. Vegas on a 4-game winning streak right now. 6-4 in their last 10. Vancouver on a 2-game losing streak. They're just 3-7 in their last 10. Vancouver 1-6 at home. The unders hit in 5 out of the last 6 matchups, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm going to roll with the better team here. I know they're dealing with some injuries. We'll see who ends up being out for Vegas, but Vegas does look like they are the underdog. I think you can get them both on the puck line at plus 1.5. I'm seeing that on a lot of different places here. If you can get Vegas plus 1.5, roll with it. If not, I like Vegas money line as well on the road. Next matchup, we have the Edmonton Oilers versus the Anaheim Ducks. Edmonton opening up as road favorites at minus 200. Anaheim plus 170 with the over-under at 6.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Edmonton 2-0-1. The overs hit in each of the last 3 meetings. Anaheim does have 2 players questionable. Edmonton on a 3-game winning streak. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Anaheim 1-9 in their last 10, and that win was against Arizona. So Anaheim's been playing so bad here. Anaheim 1-11 in their last 10, 0-5 at home. Simply don't trust this Ducks team. Give me the Oilers on the road. Then the last matchup, we have the Dallas Stars versus the Seattle Kraken. Dallas opening up as road favorites at minus 160. Seattle plus 135 with the over-under at 5.5. These teams have played once before this season. Dallas winning that matchup 5-2. Dallas does has one player questionable. Seattle has multiple players questionable. Dallas on a 3-game winning streak. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Seattle 4-6 in their last 10. Coming off back-to-back losses against Vegas. Dallas 5-0 on the road where they've looked really good. Seattle just 2-8 at home here. Simply just don't trust the Kraken. Dallas playing good hockey. 6-1 in their last 7. Rolling with the Stars on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.